RNZFB child and family worker Gary Venstra talks about grief and loss. This is a Blends Information for Families video.
The issue of grief and loss is talked about a lot when it comes to families, but I've learned over the years that each family does that at different times, and to never presume that when you meet them the first time, that's on top of their thinking. That's something that takes time away from their child and from their attention to their child. The reality around many families, certainly when a child is very young, is that they're very focused on development. They're very focused on moving forward. They're very focused on step after step after step. There isn't that much time to consider, where am I at with this? It usually happens when a confrontation arises, like you've hit a flat road for a while and nothing changes, or you've come across an obstacle that you didn't expect was going to happen, and suddenly you realize that your situation is different. If I can illustrate that, I worked with this family many years ago. That's how I learned, really. When I came to see them for the first time, there was an older couple with a multi-disabled child with very little vision. And me being a professional, I thought I should raise the issues of grief and loss really with them. So when I did that the first time, in my first visit, probably not even having the trust, gained the trust as yet, the mother quite tersely said to me, we're very happy with our child. We don't grieve at all. Exactly as how I presented to you now. So the physical and the facial expression gave a very different story than what was actually going on. But what it also indicated was how inappropriate it was for me to ask at that point. How disrespectful it was of me. 3 years later, I kept in touch with this family, built a very good relationship with this family. And 3 years later, we were somewhere in a social setting, and I could sense that she was very different and not her usual self. So I asked how she was and whether she was all right. And she said, I realize today that my son will never see this, will never experience this, will never see that. And that was the first time that the realization sank in of limitations. Those were first signals of grief. Then we could talk about that. Then we could work with it. Then we could provide a space where that could be shared and where a foundation could be built to move from it, really, and to come to terms with it. It's people say to me, acceptance, and when people say to me, I've accepted it, I horrify. What have you accepted? That it's okay? Most cases it's never okay. But you learn to live with it. And that's what coming to terms with is for me about. Learning to live with. And when things go well, even the smallest steps, and you celebrate them, life's pretty good. But then when you hit an obstacle, it can just all fall over like that. Really? And that's that road, which has lots of steep hills in it, and goes very much like this. And hopefully at some stage in life will go like this. For some people, that's a short process. For some people, that's a lifelong process. They're entitled to a lifelong process, as long as they move with it.
Many thanks to Gary Venstra and the RNZFB. You can find more stories, ideas and information at blends.school.nz.